Today we're going to talk about something clucking crazy. Ancient Rome and their sacred chickens. Yeah, that's right. Chickens. You'd think Rome was all about gladiators and conquering half the world, but turns out they also had a soft spot for poultry. So these Romans had a weird obsession with chickens. But not just any chickens. No. These were sacred chickens. These were the real VIPs of the ancient animal kingdom. So important, in fact, that they were consulted before going to war. Alright, Tiberius, we gotta make sure we win this battle against the Gauls. Have the chickens eaten today? No. They're on a hunger strike for better living conditions, but I'll make sure they eat their grain before we make any decisions. Yeah, you heard that right. They had chicken omens. If the chickens ate, that was a good sign. If the chickens didn't eat, well, pack it up, Chief. You're about to get wrecked in battle. This was seriously their thing. The chickens were the original weather forecasters, but instead of telling you if it was going to rain, they just told you whether or not you were going to die. Come on, boys, eat the grain, please, for the love of Jupiter. Well, guess we'll call this one a loss. Maybe we should have checked with the chickens before scheduling this whole battle thing, huh? Now, you might be thinking, wait, Dan, why chickens? Why not, I don't know, a really smart dog or something? And honestly, I don't know. Maybe chickens were just the ones who got really into it. This bird's out here giving prophecies like it's some sort of feathery oracle. And if that chicken looked at the grain and was like, nah, I'm not eating, the Romans took it as a sign to, I don't know, cancel their military campaigns. Sorry, Caesar, but it's not the right time. The chickens have spoken. If the chickens did eat, though, they'd be like, oh, hell yeah, let's go conquer some stuff. But if the chickens were like, no thanks, I'm full of opinions, not grain, the Romans were like, guess we better reschedule our victory party. So, yeah, these chickens weren't just for breakfast. They were the ancient equivalent of a magic 8-ball, but with more feathers and less philosophical advice. I mean, just imagine. Should we attack Carthage? Will this war be successful? Well, what a life. What a clucking life. Well, looks like we're not fighting today, boys. I'll just go tell the general the chickens want us to stay home. But of course, sometimes things went wrong. If the chickens got super upset and started running around or flapping their wings like crazy, that was basically a 10-alarm fire in Rome. It was like, okay, never mind, we're all doomed. Hope you like losing, guys. But hey, even if the chickens were wrong sometimes, at least you knew it was never your fault. You just had to blame the chickens. I swear we could have won, but the chickens ate the grain in the wrong order, and, well, I guess we're just unlucky, huh? So yeah, that's how chickens became the unofficial but very important decision-makers in ancient Rome. They could have been hanging out in chicken coops, but instead they were out here shaping history. And now, every time you eat a chicken nugget, you can think to yourself, what would this chicken have decided? Probably nothing good, but hey, that's the nature of the beast. Or, well, the bird. Next time you get a bad fortune, don't blame the stars. Blame the chicken. Don't forget to like, comment, and maybe go check on your chicken snack habits. You never know when they're going to make a big decision for you.